Welcome, my darling dragon friends. My name is Ariel. I am the Sassy Dragon, and today we are going to be taking a review and a smell on Perfect, the Eau de Parfum original from Marc Jacobs. I got a nice little sample here, and this is one that I had not reviewed before, even though it came out in 2020. So let's give this one a try. This one came out, like I said, 2020. The perfumer behind this was Domitille Michelin-Bertier. Hope I'm saying her name right. She has a really interesting dossier. Lots of different fragrances for lots of different lines and companies. I'm just going to tap some of this on. And probably the biggest hit she's worked on is all of the Flower Bomb releases for Viktor and Rolf. She was involved with pretty much every Flower Bomb that's been released. So this one comes out really nice. It's a really light, floral, fruity, almost kind of like a really fancy shampoo smell. Sometimes that's what I get with fragrances like this. I really like it though, and I'll say that I have not reviewed a Marc Jacobs fragrance on my channel yet because most Marc Jacobs perfumes on me are headache inducing. I do not know what that is, but every time in, years gone by, over different times that I've tried their fragrances, there's just something in so many of them, especially in the Daisy line, except for Daisy Dream, that have given me just, it's almost like a weird low-level headache. Even when I really liked the fragrance itself, there was just something in it that it just would do that to me, and it's rare that a fragrance does that. So Perfect has not done that to me. I have tried it already previous to this video. This is much more simple. It's much more light. The top notes are rhubarb and narcissus, so we almost get a little bit of a almost like a fresh daffodil. Rhubarb almost has a earthier strawberry scent to it. It's a little strawberryish, but not quite as fruity. It's a little more herbal, if that makes sense. And so that's kind of what you really do get on the top. The middle note is kind of interesting. It is almond milk, which you rarely see in a perfume. I don't really know where that comes in. I think there is a very slight, very kind of smooth little creamy, nutty, almondy scent, but it's very, very light. I almost feel like the top notes last a little longer than that middle note comes out. It's there, but it's not playing really big in this one. The base notes are cashmeran and cedar, but I think they are very well blended into the background because where we're mostly getting, what we're mostly getting from this is the fruitiness and the, fresh floral of the narcissus, which is really nice. Narcissus is, it's akin to daffodils, and so it's not quite as green as a daffodil. I always feel like narcissus is somewhere between a lily of the valley and a daffodil, and it's its own thing, on its own as well. But it's very nice. It's very fresh. This to me would work for almost any age, even though I don't like to apply ages and genders to any perfume ever. I do feel like this would be appropriate for anyone, from older teenagers all the way on through, the end of life. This would be fine. It really has I feel like a broad appeal. It's just not offensive at all. This would be safe for work. This would be safe for any choice. You could wear it day or night, but this one feels a little bit more like a daytime fragrance, springtime fragrance, summer, because it is lighter, fruitier, softer. I find that this has a moderate lasting power on me. It does not project super, super strong, but I think if you applied more, or if you have the kind of chemistry that does not eat this perfume up, it would last a decent amount of time on this. I gotta say, I love the bottle, and even though this is just like the little, sample size travel bottle, I love the design of it. I really like the little bow. It has like a little dice. It has all these little cute things on it, and I think the bigger bottles get even cuter. Like, they get more detailed on the top, and I just think it's very, very cute. Really, really fun, and it's hard not to want to add this one to a full-size one to my collection, just because I don't generally have like tons and tons of these softer, lighter, fruity florals. It almost reminds me a little bit of a Tocca fragrance, Tocca. They're like an Italian line that really has these kind of nice, light, you know, fragrances that are just very all-purpose. They can kind of be worn anywhere. They're not too heavy or overbearing. And if that's your style, if you really like fragrances like that, this is just going to fit in perfectly. Really enjoy this one, and I know there's a couple others. I know that there's a Perfect Intense, there's a Perfect Eau de Toilette, and I believe they just came out with a Perfect Elixir. So I'm gonna get in there and see if I can get some samples of some of those. I think I might have a sample of the Intense in my vast collection of samples. So let me know what you think about Marc Jacobs Perfect, y'all. I always appreciate your comments and thoughts on anything that I talk about. And if there's fragrances that you would like me to try in the future, don't hesitate to put those down in the comments as well. Take care, and I will be talking to y'all very soon.